Yeah. That, that took a while. Like, I finally built it all, except the boots. The boots I bought off the market, like, day of, so I could get into EX6. So I'd have the eye level to get into EX6. But everything else I built myself. All built by me. That was annoying. Very annoying. I had like 6 classes, 6 crafter classes that I had to blow through the storyline, which I want to talk about, which is, I get the feeling, and I may be wrong about this is my own personal impression of it, that they locked manipulation behind quests, but behind crafter quests completion, to be like, well, this is a really important skill. We'll lock it behind the quests themselves. And that means that most people will actually get a chance to see our crafter quests, which are some really interesting storylines that we want people to check out, blah, blah, yada, yada. Whatever. That's the impression that I get as to why they locked it behind quest completion and why they've refused to take it out from behind quest completion. But, and here's the thing, I feel like, in my case most definitely, but I feel like in most people's cases, when I think about it, that kind of backfires on them. Because the idea of, let's lock it behind quest completion, so that way people will have to look at our cool quests that we designed and we want them to see, isn't how things go. People don't just naturally tend to be like, I'm gonna play through my crafter quests as I go. No. There are 1,000 ways to level crafters that are so much faster than trying to slowly level them up and do one quest at a time and all that nonsense, right? So everybody blows past that, and then you reach a point where someone's like, oh shit, I need manipulation now, so I can craft this thing now, so I can get into this thing I need it for now. And so what ended up happening in my case, and what I feel like must end up happening in most people's cases, is instead of, oh, let's look at these cool quest lines and take our time and talk to everybody and see all these interesting story beats, that didn't happen. I have like 6 crafters who I could not tell you what most of their quest lines were about anymore, because everything from 50 to 65, I skipped every dialogue and I exited every cutscene. Like, I just blew through every dialogue without reading a thing, and I skipped every single cutscene that happened, so that I could unlock manipulation on like 6 of my crafters, because I needed this crafted set before we get into Savage raiding, so that I'm not the anchor that's weighing my group down. Like, it's cute to lock manipulation behind quest completion. I get the feeling that was, like I said, to show people these cool crafter quest lines that they were proud of, but I think it just backfires. Because I don't think people go through it slowly on their own time, enjoying it at their own pace. No. I think when it comes to crafting, you go as far as you need to go to get what you need done for what you need it for. And so when you hit a wall that's like, shit, I need manipulation on half my classes because I have to get this craft done by tomorrow, I get the feeling most people just skip the crafter quest lines like I did and just blow through them. Because the simple fact is, I was reading and taking my own pace and watching the cutscenes for like the first 2, maybe 3 classes. But by the time I got to a point where I realized I still had like 3 or 4 classes left I needed to unlock manipulation on, and it's like, I don't have infinite time here. I just started skipping everything. So there's at least a few crafter classes that I could not tell you even one word of what their like 50 to 65 quest lines were. Because I didn't care enough. I needed manipulation so I could craft up gear so I could be ready for Savage raiding. That's all that was important there. So it's cute that they do it, but by doing it, I think they actually hinder people going and enjoying their storylines rather than force people to go and enjoy their storylines. Because I expect most people when manipulation got locked behind quest completion, just skipped through crafter quests to get a manipulation. Because you have... eight? You have 8 classes you have to unlock manipulation on. And they all just take for fucking ever. So, no. I get the feeling most players probably couldn't tell you what the, like, any of the crafter quests up to 65 probably are. I doubt many players would be able to intricately explain the storylines of any of these up to, like, level 65. I'm sure there are some out there somewhere. But I get the feeling far more players ended up in a situation like me where they're like, fuck it, I need this done by tomorrow. Let's just skip everything.